Hello, my name is Patricia Holmes, and I am your Adobe Animate instructor. And we are going to be looking at how to take a Flash file and convert it to an HTML page. We've done a little bit of this, but I want to talk to you a little bit more about it. Specifically, it's one of the learning outcomes for Chapter 10, converting a file for media. And so what we need to understand here is that often when you go onto the internet and look at websites, you're looking at HTML pages. And so HTML stands for Hypertext Markup Language. And it's a page that is communicating with the browser. So sometimes the language is not compatible with browsers. So the FLA file is an example. It's not necessarily compatible with a browser. But what we're going to do is we're going to recap some things we've learned through different chapters in this particular assignment. So you created this movie in Chapter 4, and in Chapter 10, what we're looking at here is taking some files and converting it for the internet. So I open up the start file for Chapter 10. And what we're going to do here is we're going to jump right into this. And remember, you can pause this video or re-watch it if you need to, but this is a fairly straightforward assignment. So we're going to go into commands, and we're going to choose convert to HTML, and we're going to come up with a name. So let's just say final conversion. Okay. And we're going to hit save, and it's going to save my Chapter 10 file. I already have one there. Okay, I'm going to save on top of that. And you're going to come over, ignore these warnings. It's not relevant to us. We often see warnings, but in this particular one, all it's saying is the 3D cannot be imported. And that's exactly one of our lesson plans is talking about the 3D. Okay, so in Chapter 4, you had a very fancy title that was a 3D title. And so now this is the HTML version. And that 3D fancy title is just simply going to pop up like that. It's not going to be fancy. But as you can see, the rest of the animation is working. But let's try our best to make that non-3D file interesting. Okay. I'm on the converted HTML file, and right here at the top line, make sure these are unlocked. These layers are unlocked. Often, by default, Flash will, and Adobe Animate Flash will lock these. So if we come over here and we click on the title layer, we'll see that this is where the title begins, and everything ends in frame 190. So what we're going to do is we're going to come over here, and we're at the very end of this title layer, and we're going to insert a keyframe. Let's go insert timeline keyframe. And all that did is it just duplicated this previous keyframe. And we're going to come over here to frame 155. See my mouse? We're on frame 156. Click on 155. Good. Okay, now let's have fun with this. Let's make this a little bit interesting. So I'm going to come over here, I'm going to insert another keyframe, which copies the keyframe on 120. And let's go ahead and click on this keyframe. Oops, sorry. We have to be, click out of it. We have to be smack on it. There we go. And I'm going to, let's hit transform. So we're going to go insert, we're going to go modify. Oh, I need another cup of coffee. Let's hit modify. Let's hit, well, we can hit free transform. If we hit free transform, we can drag it out a little bit. Let me make sure that you can see it. So we drag it out. We need to make sure it's on the stage. Let's drag it out a little bit more. Let's get dramatic. Okay, now watch. Let's go ahead and hit Command Return. Ooh, drama. It's so dramatic. Okay, so what we did is we took the original frame, which was here, we copied it at the end. In the middle is where we made the changes. But let's say we want to do something different. Let's go back to modify, transform, and let's do a horizontal flip. Very similar to what we did in chapter 4, but with the 3D. Ooh, very cool. Okay, so guys, the learning objective and the outcome here for this particular chapter is very, very straightforward. We want to take our FLA file, we want to convert it to, we want to go command, and we want to convert it to HTML canvas. That is going to enable us to make a file to upload onto the internet, the HTML file. So if we went into file open and we went into chapter 10, my final conversion HTML file is here it is. It's not, I don't have everything selected right now. If I was to go into this file and drag out this HTML file, it's not selected right now because we're on a animation format, but it's sitting there. That file can be uploaded as a web page. Okay, now that's not what I really want to show you. What I want to see from you is I want to see the conversion, that you can convert it to an HTML from the flash file. I would like for you to alter the title as we just did, because the original copy had 3D. 3D doesn't copy over into HTML, but you need to add something exciting to this title as I just showed you. You can of course use your own version, do whatever you want with it, but what I'm looking for when you send me this FLA file, which is what I want to see it has been converted to a canvas, and I want to see the title has been enhanced. Otherwise, it's going to be flat. So please send me the FLA file for this, and so I can take a look at the learning outcome for chapter 10. Okay, thank you for listening.